WTOL 11 News at 11. I'm Michael Sandlin. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Breaking news to get to tonight, but first, a check of your forecast with meteorologist John Birchfield. John, cold and more cold, is that right?
Yeah, it's going to be cold tomorrow and also could see some light snow as a significant winter storm affects the Ohio Valley. We're going to be seeing more minor accumulations here at home. Best chance to get that accumulating snowfall is going to be south and east near the lake shore, but overall accumulation is going to be very minimal out of this system. There are some light snow flurries starting to enter northwest Ohio, especially that Route 30 tier far to the south of Toledo in locations near Putnam and Hancock counties over towards Wyandotte and Crawford. A strong area of low pressure is dumping heavy snow on Cincinnati tonight. Southern Ohio is getting hit pretty hard by this winter storm. There are an abundance of winter storm warnings and even blizzard warnings back towards the state of Missouri. We can track these from west to east, spanning all the way from Missouri towards the East Coast and the nation's capital. Over 1,200 miles long of winter weather alerts. Now, the one thing you'll notice, nothing here at home. There are winter weather advisories from Lima on south, and in southern Ohio, winter storm warnings, but no active weather alerts here at home. And that is because this is going to be an Ohio Valley track low system that is going to produce some lighter snow across northwest Ohio and dumping heavier snow on the southern parts of the state. So how much accumulation am I expecting? I've got that updated snowfall map coming up in just a bit. Michael.
All right, John, we'll see you then. To a breaking update in the case of an 18-year-old Findlay teen found murdered over the weekend in Toledo. Toledo police say Jaden Mangus had been shot in an alley on the 500 block of Congress Street in South Toledo. The shooting happened yesterday just after 6 at night. He was taken to UTMC where he did die. According to Findlay City Schools, Mangus was a student at Findlay High School at the time of his death. We spoke to Mangus's family, who says Mangus had just turned 18 the day before. After spending the weekend with his mother, he was expected to move into his first apartment on Monday. If you can help police find whoever was responsible, call Crime Stoppers at 419-255-1111. The FBI has revealed new details about the attacker who killed 14 people in New Orleans on New Year's Day. Officials are investigating trips he took to Egypt in 2023 and whether he had outside help plotting his attack. Bradley Blackburn has more.
New video suggests the attack in New Orleans New Year's Day could have been even more deadly. The FBI says security cameras show the attacker placing multiple improvised explosive devices around Bourbon Street early New Year's Day that did not detonate because of a mistake he made in assembly.
He didn't use the correct device to set it off, and that is just indicative of his inexperience and lack of understanding.
Officials say what unfolded when he rammed his truck into victims, killing 14, was an act of terrorism. The attacker, Shamsuddin Jabbar, had proclaimed support for ISIS. And while the FBI still believes he acted alone, they are investigating trips he took to Egypt and Canada in 2023 and 2 previous visits to New Orleans. They say in October 2024, he used Meta smart glasses with embedded cameras to record these videos of Bourbon Street plotting his attack.
We have not seen any indications of an accomplice in the United States, but we are still looking into potential associates in the U.S. and outside of our borders.
Saturday night in the French Quarter, crowds gathered for a vigil with moments of silence and music distinct to the city. The family of one of those killed, Terrence Kennedy, spoke to CBS News.
My brother was a jolly person. My brother wasn't no violent person. You know, for somebody to just take his life away.
Louisiana's governor has ordered a day of mourning for each of the victims beginning Monday. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
A trial is set to begin Monday morning for a 21-year-old accused of killing a person in East Toledo. Ronnie Knavel faces multiple charges, including aggravated murder. Police say Knavel and a 15-year-old assaulted Curtis Marshall, 57, inside Marshall's home in East Toledo. The 15-year-old suspect is also charged with murder. Plus, a Toledo woman is set to be arraigned tomorrow morning on charges of attempted murder, aggravated arson, and kidnapping. TPD says Indiola Howell allegedly tortured a man, pouring hot grease on the victim and cutting the victim all over his face, head, arms, and torso. She is also considered by the court to be a repeat violent offender. Some people in Maumee are continuing to share their displeasure with the city government. And now a local group is seeking to recall the city council, the mayor, and the city administrator from office. Today, organizers were out gathering signatures in the hopes of getting this measure on the ballot in September. Laura Sandlin has the story.
If you work for an employer and you're not doing a job, they have the right to fire you. And that's what this is. I don't feel they're doing their jobs, and this is our way of trying to fire them.
That's how people with the Mommy Patriots feel about their current city government. People like Melissa Kerr, a volunteer with the group, who says their frustration has been bubbling for months.
For a lot of us, it started with the sewer ordinance this summer. There was a lot of real estate problems because of it. I think a lot of us as citizens have just felt like we aren't being listened to and our needs aren't being a priority.
Citizens like David Ross, who says he has concerns related to his retirement and increased taxes. And he says the lack of response from the city of Maumee gives him doubts they can do their jobs.
The fact that they feel like they're being forced out of their homes because of all these extra burdens that the city council has put on them, and especially with the elderly, the retired. I'm recently retired, and I see it as going to be an issue for me that I may eventually have to move out.
Ted Kerr, a City of Maumee council member, told WTOL 11 in a statement, "The recall laws are on the books to provide a remedy for removing a public official for legitimate reasons, such as malfeasance, misfeasance, or nonfeasance. These laws do not exist to remove a public official for making unpopular decisions or passing unpopular ordinances."
We want to make sure we have people in office that listen to the citizens and are helping. And a lot of people have been financially burdened, so I think especially the elderly that come through are really concerned about their fixed income.
So, what happens now? The Ohio Revised Code has some rules about removing people from office. Simply stating, in the case of removal, as long as petitioners have collected 15% of total voter signatures, the issue will automatically appear on the ballot. And with these so-called Maumee Patriots having already collected more than enough signatures and now trying to go for double, there's a strong possibility the future of the Maumee government will be decided in the ballot box this September. Reporting in Maumee, Laura Sandlin, WTOL 11.
Right now, the clock is ticking for Governor Mike DeWine to make a decision. Senator J.D. Vance is set to become the Vice President of the United States, and that'll leave a vacancy. There have been a few names linked to the position, but nothing has been made official. DeWine is legally required to make a pick to fill the vacancy before January 20th, which is Inauguration Day. And at the start of the new year, Ohio House Bill 315 was signed into law by Governor DeWine. It allows law enforcement agencies to charge up to $75 an hour or a max of $750 to fill records requests related to body camera footage. Supporters say law enforcement has been bogged down by requests from the internet, requesting hours of content and then profiting off of it. The hope is that the new law will reduce the number of those requests. And starting tomorrow, Secor Road between Lasky and McGregor will be closed. This is due to a sewer line project. The Department of Transportation says the road will be closed Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 5 throughout the end of the month. There will also be a detour from Lasky to Talmadge and then to Alexis. Now to a heartwarming story. A local boy with spinal muscular atrophy is leading a special toy drive to bring smiles to kids at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus. Dominique O'Neill joins us in studio with more. Dominique, I understand this kid has a special birthday wish.
That's right, Michael. Jason Jackson wants teddy bears for his 8th birthday, but not for himself. Last year, Jackson's birthday teddy bear drive donated 450 teddy bears, and this year, Jackson is aiming even higher. 550 bears by his birthday on the 12th. And this is his 2nd year doing this.
We have 26 bears so far.
That's 7-year-old Jason Jackson.
I'm the Center family from Brittany Salter.
He has spinal muscular atrophy and has spent a lot of time at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus. This experience has motivated Jackson to help other kids in situations just like him.
I decided to do it because I go to Nationwide a lot, so I decided to make the kids so joyful.
Jackson's mom, Brittany Jackson, says watching her son, who has already been through so much, act so selflessly, truly fills her heart with joy and her home with furry visitors.
Oh, it's amazing. Last year we had our living room filled with bears, but it was the greatest feeling to be able to bring more to the kids at Nationwide.
But it's more than just the Jackson family. They rely on teddy bear donations from the community. Both Jason and his mom say they made a post on social media on Friday, and it's already gaining traction towards their goal in teddy bear donations.
So we made the post Friday, and there's already been almost 200 orders, so we have a long way to get to 550, but we're on our way.
It's the lead up to an unforgettable moment. That moment when a kid who's stuck in the hospital, struggling with sickness and injury, gets a chance to light up again.
It's not always fun, so to bring those teddy bears and just give them a little bit more comfort and joy and let them know people are thinking about them, that's our goal.
If you'd like to help Jackson with his birthday wish, we'll have a link online showing exactly how to donate. Reporting in the studio, Dominique O'Neill, WTOL 11.
Well, tracking a winter storm system that is going to just barely miss out on the biggest impacts here locally. Still some light snow and accumulations possible. How much to expect coming up next.
Hollywood's biggest stars gathered tonight for the 82nd Golden Globes, Hollywood's biggest party. Dania Backus has more from the red carpet in Beverly Hills.
Good evening and welcome to the 82nd Golden Globes, Ozempic's biggest night.
First-time host Nikki Glazer kicked off Hollywood's biggest party of the year.
Well, tonight we celebrate the best of film and hold space for television.
The awards, which celebrate the best in film and television, gave Zoe Saldana her first Globe as Best Supporting Actress in Emilia Perez.
I know that it is a competition, but all that I have witnessed is just us showing up for each other and celebrating each other, and it's just so beautiful.
Emilia Perez, the most nominated film of the night, would go on to win for Best Non-English Speaking Film and Best Original Song. 62-year-old Demi Moore won Best Actress for her role as an older woman reinventing herself in the film Substance.
I've been doing this a long time, like over 45 years, and this is the first time I've ever won anything as an actor. And I'm just so humbled and so grateful.
Sebastian Stan won for his portrayal of a man with a facial disfigurement.
Our ignorance and discomfort around disability and disfigurement has to end now.
The Golden Globes officially kicks off Hollywood's award season, and here on the red carpet, there's a lot of excitement and anticipation to see which movies and actors are gaining momentum for the Oscar.
It's a very exciting time of year when our entertainment industry celebrates each other.
And Wicked won the Globe for cinematic and box office achievement. Dania Backus, CBS News, Beverly Hills, California.
I'll turn into that weather forecast. Snow lovers going to have to be patient because we are not expecting a big storm out of this Ohio Valley low. We've been tracking it all week long, and we'll be hard pressed to even get an inch of snowfall. Now, our streak of days without an inch of snow is going close to 1 year, going at 352 days in a row. Friday, we did pick up a dusting of snow, but only about 0.6 of an inch. And the previous record for most days without an inch of snowfall, that was 350 days between 06 and 07. So there is going to be a winter storm tonight. It's just not going to